Well, the food you shop for at the grocery store could be getting a big makeover. The White House today proposed sweeping changes to food labels. Senior political reporter Scott Thuman live at Whole Foods in Arlington with what these changes would mean for your family. Hi, Scott.
Well, Allison, if you do take a look at the back of the item, and let's be honest, not all of us do, it can be a little bit misleading. You might think all the numbers here reflect the entire contents of a product. That's often not the case. That could change in the future, and bigger, easier to read information. All in an effort, the White House says, to make you healthier.
Understanding exactly what's coming off that conveyor belt can be a bit of a blur. The White House today claims it's clearing things up.
You as a parent and a consumer should be able to walk into a grocery store, pick an item off the shelf, and tell whether it's good for your family.
It's all they say in that fine print on the back. Here's a current label, and here's how it could look. The calorie count, much more prominent. Those added sugars, otherwise known as empty calories, would be on the label as well. And serving sizes, more realistic.
You buy a can of soup and you think, hey, I can eat all of that, but you look, it's like 2.5 servings.
You bought something that was supposed to be just like barbecue sauce or potato chips, and there's monosodium glutamate in there.
It's actually not dumbing it down, it's making it smarter.
Cooking show host Rachael Ray tells us the changes, the first major ones in 2 decades, could eventually force the food industry to also make the contents healthier.
This really lets the consumer beware. And I think ultimately that's the power, the power of the buck. If they start reading this is a lot of added sugar, sales will go down and manufacturers will have to change the amount of added sugar in our food.
She's supporting a more sweeping label overhaul that would divide nutrients into 3 easy-to-read categories: quick facts, avoid too much, and get enough.
Of course, an FDA proposal doesn't mean instant results. This is going to be heavily debated. Food industry experts say they stand to lose about $2 billion just from the label change alone. So you can expect a lot of pushback. The White House hopes to have final rules in place next year, and then it might be another 2 years before we see those changes on these shelves. Live in Arlington tonight, Scott Thuman, ABC 7 News.
Okay, Scott.